and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To the air with McCarthy. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, sometimes those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now Goff. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. 4th down, a give to Gibbs. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Off play action. Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here's 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. That is caught by Laporta. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Goff now looks to throw. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Throwing again is Goff. To the sideline and incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Gibbs. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs as the first half is winding down. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. McCarthy He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit. Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. Escapes the defender. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense. Able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Goff. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 34 yards to gain that time. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is out, and we're going to get a challenge. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of
so the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. And he had a short touchdown run last series. 4 carries, good yardage as well. Pretty good all around, really, Charles.
It was, because think of the drive that created all of that, right? The ability to carry the football, the ability to see holes that were created for him, even able to pat the wide receivers on the back and say, thanks, guys, for the help, and finishes it off with that short touchdown run. I can't wait to see what they do in the next drive and the next series, because I want to see how the defense adjusts.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 115 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Goff. Flushed out right. Open man right side is St. Brown. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a 1st down throw. Goff escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one goes for 36 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. Prater's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. McCarthy now on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Addison. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now McCarthy throwing on 1st down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Sticking with a pass, here's McCarthy. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing on 2nd down, McCarthy. He's got it to Williams. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Pass complete to Addison. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
McCarthy, 3rd and short yardage. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Dobbins will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Dobbins once more. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. So they've had 2 cracks at it from the 3. They haven't moved the ball an inch.
And I don't think you can continue to go ahead and run up against that brick wall. They've got to go to something different here. More than likely, the ball goes in the air on this snap.
Good shot, good shot.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. 3rd and goal, McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. The 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Vikings get a bit closer. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside 2 minutes of play. Everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really... And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point good by Prater, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive, 4 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. And that one on the rookie, Charles. Maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterward.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Goff going to throw it. He's got this to Williams, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Goff now looking to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Second and 5. From the gun, here's Goff. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how...
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me,
I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit, but for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Detroit, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.
I be happening. Just for all my not a band. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the can't get the yellow brother in. Shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe back, tell me about the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cub in week since. Damn. Tell me how you really feel. Yeah. All I wanted was a couple mil. Make the city proud. Put it down for them. Come and tear it down. What are you about? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In the dirty apartments. Stay shining. I'll forever be the hardest. Big time. Like the New Orleans. Real shine. Like the Magnolia. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Where they at? Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling, code 304. She don't want a 16 renegade on a make it. Buy a tree, no love. I'ma sleep with my Porsche 911, slide through the section. Gotta show my homies I'm on now. Both souls on the ground, never sold out. What you know about this? No glitz and glamour. Under my polo pajamas, face getting ran. Gotta watch for the camera before you get freaky. Came with no random these sneaky. If police come action, then you never see me. The ghetto will trap you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. On 65th Street. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian. Crash landing. In the dirty apartments, stay shy.
go. That's all we need, you understand what I'm saying? Everybody else is sour, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, family, turn your back on you, everything, you know what I'm talking about? But you know one day, you got a soldier like him, stay solid, baby, to the bone, what you know. You understand what I'm saying? Off the top.
I don't need your flowers, I'm living. First time I seen $1 million, I squinted. Bro, give me a pack to help me hustle. Came a long way from the project buildings. That's where Granny went when she left Louisiana, trying to dodge Jim Crow. But you can't escape the master stained glass windows. Got my vision from the past. I'm probably finna go to hell, but it don't matter, seeing heaven on earth. Nah, I could've been up on the shirt. If I ain't get my together, go to work. I've been hitting the licks since flip verse flirts. Riding like witchcraft, finding beauty in the darkness like Rembrandt. Everybody gang, gang, gang till it get bad. Do you hear me? Ghetto was a mismatch. You ain't never finna win that. Nah. In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay silent. I could ever be the hardest, big time. Like the wireless, real shine. Like the know, yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it, where they at? In the ghetto, I'm a Martian, crash landing. In the dirty apartment, stay silent. I could ever be the hardest, big time. Like the wireless, real shine. Like the know, yeah. City in the ghetto, I'm a soldier. Where they at? Get it, where they at?
We about to move, son. Don't talk about it unless you do, son. I make the backyard feel like a stampede. I make a trash car feel like it's a band lead. Hanging like a war hall or like a band seed. And hit the stage, turn the people into family. I'm talking back then, you didn't know me. But you feel it now, acting like the homie. Talking about, hey, can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right now. We about to move, son. Don't talk about it unless you do, son. I said I feel like money on the line. I said I feel like Kobe in his prime, man. Do it for the city, not the gram. I'ma keep it real, 100 grand. Back then, they really didn't know me. But right now, they acting like we're homies. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right now. Can you feel it? Let me know if you feel it right now. Feel it right now.
I want you to win. This.
I ain't seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my way. I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave him a lot, but I keep
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I tried to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up. Boy, thump, like my neighbor's jumper up a pump. Boy, I bump in that Billy Strong, he ain't know he ain't thump. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just suckin' my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the smiles on the ops gonna pout. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds.
I'ma stay down to the sound. On the floor to the skirt.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket watching jeans, ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag. Listen to the money, nigga praying every day. Glad to say I was broke. Tell him battle. Now I got my bands up, 1000 on the bill just to keep the pants up. Only on a real note, I couldn't fake what I've been doing. All my real ones know this nigga riding for his 53. I'm throwing up, they see the chain, I keep it tough. Say she feeling little nigga, try luck. Say she love me for my smile, so I'm looking mean as Seen his head squawking, so I'm keeping feathers plucked.
Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun. Boy, I got a bump with ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump fun.
Two in, two up, back ends, booked up. Look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now. See now, society's time me release now. Crazy, I'm finna go see now. Big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 mil, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out, only got time for a night out, so tell me what you want from me, we ain't getting no younger, so tell me what you want from me, we ain't got too long, no, you know I gotta catch my flight, you know I gotta reach new heights again, you know I'm running up at night, you know I only get one life for this, the night, hell of a night, okay, let's go. I'm really living like the text went through. J. Cole said it's memes and mules, but I'm the king and adjusted all. Really wanna wipe me down. I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me than never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned to be toned down. Too big, so I'm cocky. From the back while I'm Twitter with my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey. 6'2", dark skin, with purpose. Never voicemail on my phone last night to myself saying little service. Yeah. You know I gotta catch my flight.